So myself, Varun Uday, the founder and chief missionary officer of Global Wedding Network. Now I am here to present to you my favorite episode of KYM, and we have the member, Mr. Neeraj Shah. So before going to him, I wanted to just give a brief about Global Wedding Network. So Global Wedding Network, we just shortly called as GWN, and the main idea of the GWN is bringing an organized wedding community. So we are working towards a common goal, and I have a lot of members join today for this KYM series, and actually Neeraj is a very much influencer guy, and who is from Vapi, and he has started his career in the event field, and he joined along with his partner, who is basically from the family, that is, I meant his wife exclusively. So let's hear from him. So I wanted to hear more from Mr. Neeraj Shah. Welcome, Mr. Neeraj Shah. So let's begin from you.
Thank you, Varun. Thank you for the wonderful introduction, and a very warm and a happy evening to all my GWN colleagues and members and all those visitors who have taken out time to join us here on this wonderful platform. So I'm Neeraj Shah, and I am an event planner based out of Vapi, Daman and Silvassa. Now, friends, I also belong to a family who is into third. So I'm a third generation entrepreneur. I have a legacy family business here in Vapi, and we are dealers with BPCL. So we have petrol pumps and gas distribution agencies and consumer electronics. So this has been my family background, and that is how it was a very seamless transition for us. After doing my engineering, obviously I had a seat ready for me in terms of business, but actually my love for creative challenges and an inherent passion for excellence really, kind of inclined me towards the event industry. And today, I'm happy to say that we are an 18-year-old event management company here in this region, particularly Vapi, Daman and Silvassa. And so we have two verticals, weddings and corporates, and we've been successfully running both those verticals, Varun.
So now I wanted to just know, I'm more curious on how you started, like what made you become an event manager, like whether आप दोनों एक साथ begin किया, like corporate and wedding you started together. How is that start? How you made a thought or decision, like let's do an event company, or like probably you might have some thought which made you think like you should entertain people, you should give a good plan so that the event is going perfect. So I wanted to listen to you on that one.
Yeah. So Varun, it so happened, like I mentioned, first is my thriving on creative challenges, and of course my partner in crime, my wife. So we are partners in everything now. So both of us embarked on this journey to do something really creative. And in this process, we saw there was a huge gap in this area, particularly in terms of, a structured kind of a model for doing events. Many of the events or most of the events then were actually done by families, like, wo tent wala bula liya, and then the catering wala, bula liya, and then, the whole family is running all around the place just to see that a successful event would be done. So that is one gap which we felt that we could actually fill in terms of a much and a professional company. So that is how it went into the formation of the company. And secondly, this basically was a passion for us, that we really wanted to do something absolutely out of the box, something wherein we could fulfill, or rather I could say in one sentence, create lifelong memories for clients. So this is where the whole inception of the event architects happened.
Very nice, very nice. So I'm more about to ask few more questions. So,
Sure.
and I would like to know how, like, what kind of clients do you have, or something to share, like, which is your USP? Like, your company will be having some particular talent, right? Like, you will be delivering such a way that client you are able to retain. So normally, what happens, like, my company, I have a set of clients. So I deal in a different model. So you will be doing in a different model. So uh, I would like to know more on how you give uh, exact solutions to your clients.
Right, right. So, Varun, what I'll do is I'll answer this in two parts. Primarily, I'll talk about the USP first, and then we'll get into the kind of challenges we have faced as an upcoming company, and even as on date. So, there are basically three C's which we put as the USPs of the event architect. Okay, commitment, creativity, and comprehensiveness. So commitment is that we are a thoroughly professional event company. Thoroughly in terms is that right from getting into the first meeting or the handshake meet, the first brief from the client, right to the total execution. So pre-event, in-event, and post-event. This entire thing has an SOP, a flow, which has been designed by the team, and the team adheres to those things absolutely. Yes, but there is an utmost level of flexibility, dexterity, wherein we don't say, okay, this is by the book, we will go by the book, because an event never runs by the book. For the same set of event, like doing the same event again, if there was to be a repeat of the same, I'm sure a lot of parameters and a lot of inputs and a lot of solutions would have to be out of the box. So that is where the creativity comes in. We always provide out of the box solutions to the client, whatever be the situation, whatever be the event. Like, it goes like, if you always do what you do, you'll always get what you always got. So, I mean, in order to differentiate yourself also in the industry, we try and tweak or bring about a tweak in the regular thinking, in the creativity solutions that we offer to the client. Now, when I talk about
If he lost,
Yes, Varun, we have lost him.
yeah, actually we have lost him. So till he come back, I will brief you about Global Wedding Network. So Global Wedding Network is all about, already I told, this is a network we have formed for building a true community. So we have a good number of members who are doing wonderful job, and who is into the entertainment, who is into the photography, who is into the decoration, all type of categories we have. So those who wanted to build this the wedding business, they can surely part of the GWN. So I would be more happy if we are having more members. So we are all set for helping each other and do a collaboration as well. So I'm just waiting for Neeraj to come back. So I thought I'll brief about GWN. And GWN has 3-4 verticals where we have GIC, which we will be giving opportunity for hiring. Then we'll be helping in mentoring, then investments also. If needed, we'll also help in funding to support the wedding industry who are starting with the wedding business. And another vertical is of the learning curve, which we help the members to grow, and who is pioneer in the industry will take the help of them to give some learning session to the members. So now I am coming back to Neeraj Shah. So he has joined back. Welcome back, Mr. Shah of Vapi.
Thank you, Varun. That is overwhelming. So coming back to the end-to-end solutions, so it starts with the logos and the invites and the favors, and then we have the venue and hospitality and the logistics, and we have the decor and artists and all the vendors possible. So the client comes in, the clients briefs us as to what they really want, and we lay out a complete blueprint of the entire set of products or the services that we can offer. And when the coordination is from a single agency, obviously the output is more than desired. I mean, it is always 100% the way we look or the way we are trying to achieve. This has been the USP of the event architects, both in weddings as well as in.
Neeraj, can I ask one question? I find some interesting term. You have used architect. So why have you just incorporated that term? So I wanted to just know on that.
Yes, I actually forgot to mention, when I said one of the primary challenges for us in this area was to really make people understand what an event manager or what a wedding planner would contribute. So when people would ask us, in the local lingo, they will say, "Tame decoration karo ne?" And you are into decoration and you are a tent wala kind of. So we felt that there was an inherent need to have people relate to something.
There is a technical glitch, I think, from Mr. Neeraj Shah's end.
But also is an agency who has a team of people who can execute it, right? So that is where the architects come. So I many times use the word architects to rephrase, and we always say we are architects but of a different kind, and we create lifelong memories for all your through all your events. So that is how the architects thing has come in.
Okay, I understand. So now I wanted to get into another question, which is we all know we were facing a lot of issues. Still, we are figuring out, right? How we wanted to move ahead. But because of passion, I have come to know about Yati. So he has shared some stories. We are all figuring out how to come back and come with a 200% energy. So how did you build this 2 years? Probably the 2 years was a very tight for us. So I wanted to hear how you have overcome and what is the sustainable model you are following right now. And I have seen a few weddings which you have sent me personally. You have done a beautiful decor, right? So just give me an overview on that.
Yeah. So Varun, it has been that way that our forte of weddings has been more of a large scale wedding. So our speciality, if I can put it, is that we are very used to managing weddings from a group size of 500 to 6,000. Right. Prior to the lockdown, the last wedding that we did in January was of 6,000 people, a large, an open ground wedding with a typical Bollywood setup and, all the agencies possible. A wedding event which was spanned over for 5 days, so it was really a big fat wedding. Now, when you have people, who are managing this kind of a setup, a situation like COVID obviously became a very difficult proposition, both in terms that there was obviously a financial outgo, or I wouldn't say a burden, but an outgo, because you had a team whom you wanted to support, whom you wanted to help out, they and their families through. So we ensured that the team was well taken care of through the initial lockdown. That is the first lockdown, because that was one time where no one knew what was to be done. So basically, being safe and secure was the primary need, and trying to ensure that the families of the team were actually not having or not able to overcome any difficulties. Secondly, then came the phase where we had the unlocking, and there were permissions with caps where you had 50 people, 100 people, which gradually rose to around 300 people at one point of time, from different state to state. And yes, we got into gear. We were able to do some wonderful events. Now here, why I'm talking about weddings in particular, because many of or I would say that more than 90% of the corporate went into a virtual mode of events, where a lot of things were being done virtually. While wedding was something where the client decided to hold on and to, wait until they could really find the right date, and they could really, get the opportunity of at least having some guests and ensuring that a physical event was orchestrated. So we curated small boutique weddings. Now, why this comes from us is that we have transited from, doing big scale weddings to small boutique weddings, because that was the need of the hour, and also that was the you can say, that was the demand that was there due to the circumstances. However, we could quickly, I can say that since we were into the big format, it was very easy for us to quickly, you can say, transit or adapt to the larger scales when the situation arose. So we really had, I can say, I wouldn't say that it was really a wonderful time, but then we made most of what we could. And even in that process, we ensured that the client was not deprived of any kind of services and any kind of creative outputs that were required. And I can very proudly say that that is where the GWN community has really been a big handholder. Friends, members from this community, we've done a lot of hands holding here, and we have done a lot of collaborations. And I'm really thankful that this platform came to us and it has really helped us. Like, I can possibly ask Yatin to unmute. There was one collaboration that we did for a wonderful wedding. And in spite of lockdown, in the sense there was a night curfew in Gujarat. So when you do events, if he is coming from a place to Vapi, if he has to return because he has another event another day. Because of the curfew, it was not possible. Yatin, we would like to hear from you. How has it been as an experience for you?
Yeah, thank you, Neeraj, for having me here. Thank you, Varun. And it's a pleasure being a part of KYM. Neeraj is KYM. So I'm Yatin Sangoi, a singer, performer, entertainer, Saregama finalist singer. So, yes, Neeraj approached me after the lockdown. Ke Yatin, we have to do this. We have a place for you to entertain a set of 250 people, around 200 or 250 people in reception. So I gave him ideas, and we narrowed one entertainment, that is my Fantakshari, famous Fantakshari. So it was a pleasure doing this event for the event architect company, Neeraj, and his wife Shilpa. Amazing, thoroughly professionals, and their team also. I have never seen a team of uh, 12 to 15. I think that उससे भी ज़्यादा होंगे. More than 15 people working, for a set of 200 people reception. So the team was professional, and their approach was very professional, and the way they executed the entire event was completely professional. I would highly recommend South Gujarat people everywhere, those who are watching, the event architect for their weddings and other events. Thank you.
Areva, Areva. It's actually, he has told from the heart. So that, we will feel that here, right? So it's a good testimonial that way because artists, frankly speaking, from my personal view also, we should give that much comfortable, and because they entertain the people, so they are one core part of the event. So it's, and also I understood about your challenges, how you face and how you overcome. And one more thing, I wanted to understand, like, what message would you be giving for the people who are coming forward, withstanding this situation, being in the wedding industry? So you have something, some message for them, because you have an amazing journey of 18 years. 18 years is not a luck period, it is a very good experience. So can you just share, like, what message you would like to give?
Sure, Varun. Event industry is very closely associated with the entertainment and glamour industry. So, Hindi mein when we say na bahut chakachaund hai, so a lot of people get attracted to this glamour, and everybody thinks there is big and quick money, in this industry. But people fail to really see the kind of effort, kind of sweat. Like for example, just again taking the case of Yatin, we have really had a grueling time, although, we put it in one sentence that, we worked through that, and we could finally, now he has put in a lot of effort into this IP that he has, the Fantakshari. And believe me, that was, I can say that was a rocker in terms of the session that we had in the clients, and we had the clients literally singing away and humming away to some wonderful melodies. So there's a lot that goes, behind the scenes. What people see is just that glamour that is there, the glitter that is there, the bling bling that is there. So one thing is, you can never be in this industry if you're not passionate, because without passion, see, passion is something that drives you, that is what comes dil se. So if you're not from dil se, don't get into this. No, don't get disillusioned by ke bahut kuch hai. The grass is always greener on the other side. Okay. Second is, you have to be ready to put in a lot of hard work, a lot of late hours, I mean, there is nothing like night and day in the event industry. Once when we say we are rolling, means night or day you are on. Then we have done events where we have. I'm sure all my my event brethren and even all artists here will agree that people have worked non-stop 24, 48 hours, 72 hours, and then drop dead because you are famished, but the event is delivered. That what matters. Okay. The third most important thing is perseverance. Perseverance is why important is you have to look at it as a long term thing. Don't look at it as a flash in the pan. Ye kar diya and ho jayega. No, it takes a lot to build your credibility, many years, a lot of hard work. And believe me, one thing gone wrong. I always say in our business, ours is a business wherein you don't have any retakes. कोई retake नहीं होता है. आप रोलिंग में हो, आपको solutions करते जाना है. Contingencies है, you make immediate solutions and deliver. That is what is important, and that is where the client is actually satisfied when you deliver something that is seamless, glitch-free event for them. So that is what is important. The fourth most important thing is always build your brand. That is what will get, then you get to encash. Don't try and look at the financials. Try and build your brand. If you are a name, once you are a name to reckon with, बोलते हैं ना धंधा जग मार के आएगा. It will come back to you because you have put in those hard work, you have delivered what it takes to the client. So that is what is important. Another thing which I feel is important for the budding young entrepreneurs is to actually now try and get into a green ecosystem. Let us be a little more responsible professionals, responsible citizens. Let us try and look at the ecological side of the event. Let us try and create an atmosphere where we have green events, we have more eco-friendly events, because guys, we have seen it in the COVID that the earth does not need us, we need the earth. So if as responsible professionals we can really contribute in some manner, there is a long way for us to go, not only for us but possibly even the generation who is to come next. So well, that is the message, I think, for all the budding entrepreneurs, or for that matter, even for all and every one of us.
Yeah, so actually you said it perfect. So I am also aligned with your same thoughts. So you have brilliantly put it in such a way that it is quite understanding. And now I wanted to, like, we are now I think 4:30. So I wanted to just understand, do you have a tagline, or you wanted to go tell on your USP once again, very quick short, so that we are in a winding mode?
Our tagline has always been passion for excellence. I mean, there is a saying, you aim for the stars and you land on the trees. Guys, we cannot land on the trees. As event people, as event professionals, there is never like 100%. I say we have to deliver 110, 120%. Then actually you will come somewhere to 100%, and there is nothing below that. So I can always say that when you have members and when you have collaborators with you who have that mindset, and that is one mindset that I have seen on GWN, that all the professionals, whether they are wedding planners, whether they are invitation and card makers, whether we have artists, whether we have travel companies, jewelers, I mean, virtually we have all the major categories that could contribute to the wedding industry, and all with one mindset: how can we make the industry better, and how can we make this deliverance which is done to the client in much better together. So the need is, let us hold hands with each other, because as we say, the acronym for team is together, each one achieves more. So when we stand as a team, we are definitely going to achieve more than what we possibly visualize, right? And as a company, as the event architects is definitely a part of this hand holding, of this collaboration. We would be definitely more than happy to help you guys. Anybody wanting to do anything in this region, Vapi, Daman, Silvassa, just a small background. Daman happens to be a coastal city, and Silvassa happens to be a nature's bounty. So, there are two different locations close to Vapi, and for any of such destinations, please feel free to connect, and we would be glad to help you.
So I am more excited. Actually, I should visit that place, and you should take me a tour over there, like to understand, so I can pull more business for you. And
Surely.
now we are in winding time, and I wanted to throw some questions, like some from the audience side, who members who have joined. If you have any queries or questions to Mr. Neeraj Shah, I would request you to put in the chat box so that we will know, and Neeraj can pick and answer that. Anyone have any questions, or anybody wanted to share the story with Neeraj, like whether you have set up a collaboration or anything, you can ask. Anything in the chat box, Palani?
No.
So I'm sure what I'm going to do is, Palani, if you could share my contact screen.
Okay.
People can connect with me post this session also, or any time whenever they feel like. So we would definitely look forward to really hand holding you and helping you out, being your back-end team for anything, any kind of a destination event, whether it is a corporate or a wedding event here in this region. And Varuji, I'll just take one more minute here to only say that GWN has been an excellent platform in terms of collaboration for us. And why I say that, because this is not just a pan-India platform. We've had members who are, coming in, like we have a member who has joined from Dubai recently. We have a member who's from Sri Lanka. So GWN is actually growing global. And we really look at, such global collaborations wherein, like when we say to the client, कि आपको अपने इवेंट में खाली सूटकेस लेके आना है, please you come with your clothes. And when I talk similar thing about the GWN members and collaborators, we say आपको अपने इवेंट के लिए सूटकेस लेके जाना है. I mean, your collaborator there is absolutely strong and waiting for you, and you have just to go there with your core team, and you see that your your asks and whatever that you want to set up there is already taken care of. So friends, an amazing platform to be a part of, and I'm really thankful that GWN Varun, you have given us such a wonderful platform, and we are a part of this journey, and we sure to take go to the next level altogether.
So Neeraj, that is great message you have given, and even I would like to tell, it is not me, it is put all together, because it's not one man show, right? So it is a collective game. We have every member joined, and they have conceived the idea in such a way that they are ready to make it bigger and better. So that is for growing our wedding industry to the next level. And India being the one of the top and prominent destinations, we wanted more weddings, especially the international clients should come here and do the weddings in different parts of India. So likewise, we are supporting our economy of the country also. And once again, I wanted to share the screen. Like Palani, are you sharing the slide of
Yes,
Neeraj?
I'll do.
So meanwhile, my backend team is showing the slide. So I wanted to thank each and every member who has joined in and who is watching in the Facebook. So thank you for your wonderful support. So here is Mr. Neeraj Shah's detail, and you can see the membership ID, his name, all details is there. So just be in touch with Neeraj and get to know more about event architects. So he will be giving some great experience in events in his region, especially in the Vapi. I would like to call him as Shahanshah of Vapi. So once again, thank you everyone. I'm signing off. Varun Uday, the founder of GWM. Thank you.
Thank you.